Molly's purpose. In the hopeful chaos of the animal shelter, a puppy named Molly felt a strange pull, a sense of waiting. While her siblings wrestled, she watched the door, a quiet hum in her chest telling her she had a job to do. It wasn't about chasing balls. It was a purpose, warm and steady as a heartbeat. One day, a girl with sad eyes and a hopeful smile knelt by the pen. Her name was CJ. When she pointed a small finger through the wire, Molly nudged it with her nose. In that silent touch, the world went quiet. The waiting was over. This was her person. When CJ arrived home, her grumpy mother, Gloria, stood with her arms crossed. "Absolutely not," she snapped, seeing the puppy. "You are not bringing a dog into this house." CJ's hopeful smile crumbled. She turned away from her mother's angry glare, hugging Molly tight. This puppy was her secret now. CJ created a secret haven in her room. Molly lived under the covers, ate scraps of sandwiches from a tiny bowl, and became a master of silence. At night, when loneliness crept in, she would curl up against CJ, a warm, breathing comfort in the darkness. School was a lonely place. CJ felt invisible, watching the other kids laugh from the solitude of a playground bench. But the thought of her secret friend waiting for her was a spark of joy that got her through each day. The moment CJ opened the front door, Molly would greet her with pure, unrestrained joy. That whirlwind of wags and licks was the best part of every day, a loving force that washed away all the sadness and isolation. One evening, after a harsh word from Gloria, CJ lay sobbing into her pillow. Molly crept from her hiding spot and gently nudged CJ's hand, then began licking the tears from her face. "I'm here," the gesture said. "You're not alone." Suddenly, the door burst open. Gloria stood there, her face a mask of anger. Without a thought, CJ slid off the bed and stood between her mother and the dog. "You can't take her," she cried. Behind her, Molly sat, calm and alert, ready to stand with her girl. As the years passed, Molly's protection grew. When bullies cornered CJ in the schoolyard, it was Molly who lunged forward with a warning growl, scattering them not with violence, but with the sheer force of her fierce loyalty. CJ eventually found a kind friend in a boy named Trent. He understood her quiet world, and more importantly, he understood Molly. The dog, ever watchful, seemed to sense the goodness in him, greeting him with a happy wag of her tail. Through teenage years of uncertainty and bad influences, Molly remained CJ's anchor. She was a low growl at a party that felt wrong, a warm weight at her feet during long nights of studying, a constant, steady presence reminding CJ of her own strength. Through every challenge, every tear, and every quiet joy, Molly was there. She had found her purpose not in a grand adventure, but in the steady, unwavering beat of her love for one lonely girl. In saving CJ, Molly had found her own reason to be.
If you like this AI-generated story outline inspired by human-made books and products, do find the link below to buy and enjoy the OG. What book or product outline would you like to see next? Place in comments below and don't forget to subscribe.